What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be taking a look at the EZA for the STR LR Team TURLES, who are also Rainbow. So we're going to be taking a look at the Rainbow version of them. So they did just get an EZA on Global. Actually a very, very EZA, because the weakness is Goku family. And there are a bunch of LR Goku family units out there to just make this super easy. As long as you had like AGL, UI Goku, and you had Beast Gohan, you pretty much didn't really need anybody else. The two of them would just carry that entire event. But we are rainbowed out here. This is the build that I ended up going with. I went with a more additional build and dodge on them. And mainly because in their passive, they do basically have a guaranteed crit as long as you have 24 key. So that's kind of why we didn't really put any kind of crit on them, because we're going to try to see if we can just stay around that 24 key if possible. But we are going to be running them on a full Terrifying Conqueror team. Basically full Terrifying Conqueror or Planetary Destruction. That's essentially what the buffs for this Team TURLES is. So let's go ahead and hop in here. We're just going to run a double Frieza lead. And we are here on one of the magnificent battles. So it looks like they're in turn 2. Okay. All right. So I guess we can kind of talk about them in the meantime. Go ahead and just pop this real quick just so we can get through this turn without any kind of issues or anything. I just don't want the Goku to super us, so then next thing you know, we're back at the home screen trying to do this again. But post EZA, let's see. So they are a Terrifying Conqueror's key 4 150% leader. And they give the extra key 4 and 100% to Extreme STR. On their 12 key super, they raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy with a high chance of stunning the enemy. And then on their 18 key, they greatly raise attack and defense for a turn, cause mega colossal damage, and have a great chance of stunning the enemy. Now, just base passive wise, they start out at 180% attack and defense. They get key plus 1 up to 5, plus an additional 10% attack up to 50%, and reduce damage received by 10% up to 50% per Terrifying Conqueror or Planetary Destruction category ally on the team, depending on which category has more members. So as we're currently sitting right here, I mean, we are, you know, we have a full Terrifying Conquerors team. So we are getting the extra 50% attack buff. We're getting the extra 5 key. And then on top of that, we're also going to have 50% damage reduction just right off the get-go for free. We get an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And if there's an Earthbred Fighter category enemy, you get an additional 50% attack. So we are going up against Goku, who is a Earthbred Fighters. So we are going to get the extra 100% attack and defense. And we're going to get an extra 50% attack because we are fighting Earthbred Fighters. Then this unit actually does support. They are a Terrifying Conqueror or Planetary Destruction category allies key 3 and 50% attack and defense. And then they also get an additional 6 key and attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is in attack down status, which unfortunately this Goku actually is in attack down status. So, you know, we are going to have the attacks are going to be effective against all types. And then attacks are effective against all types when key is 20 or more. So we are, basically we're at 20 key now. So we already have the attacks effective against all types, and all attacks become crits and launch an additional super when key is 24. So let's go ahead and get this. So that'll put us at full 24 key. Now, we do have 6 out of 7 links active because his best linking partner is this TURLES right here. who actually is a all allies key 3 40% attack. And then all allies get an extra 40% defense when there's a superclass enemy, which there is. So we are fighting Goku. So we are going to be getting this guy is basically getting a massive buff from TURLES. And then on top of that, these guys right here, they're planetary destruction category allies key 1 and 30% attack and defense, plus an additional 20% defense and a chance to perform a crit plus 10% for characters who also belong to space traveling warrior category, which Team TURLES is on. And then they guard all attacks, and you know that's just kind of like what they do for their own passive, so we're not going to worry about what they do passively. But as of right now, we are sitting at 461k defense, and that's with, you know, the support from both Amon and Raisin and from TURLES. Plus we have mostly all of TURLES's links active. The only one not active is Legendary Power, which would give us another 15% attack increase. Though I did not bring any LRs on the team, so we're not going to be able to get Legendary Power active. 36.6 million. Oh my god. That's a pretty hefty attack stat. And then we have the guaranteed additional for 20 million. Now let's see if we can get the hidden potential additional as well while we're at it. Okay, so we don't, but we are going to get supered. And we take nothing. So we do have the 50% damage reduction. We greatly raised our defense. We raised our defense on the 12 key. So we are very, we were actually very, very powerful in that turn right there. So I am actually very happy to see that. 36.6 million out of Team TURLES. I feel like that's a attack stat we were never even close to seeing with him, you know, for what the unit was. But nowadays, you know, that seems to be about the norm anymore. You know, you got to be in that upper echelon of power. Otherwise, you're not going to be in for a fun time. Frieza, I don't think Frieza doesn't support anyone, right? No, Frieza doesn't support anyone, so there wouldn't really be anything extra that he's going to be given here. I kind of wish that I could put this TURLES on, get him on the other rotation, just because he will give a little bit of support. Okay, let's I mean, I guess we can just get through this real quick. I mean, realistically, I don't even know if they'll make it through, if this Goku will make it through this phase. If he does, you know, good on him. If not, we can get at least one more turn in with Team TURLES. And then I'll run it back again with I'll run him on another event, and I'll bring, like, I don't know, maybe like LR Cooler or something. And then that way we can actually activate the Legendary Power link as well. And then we can get a full, you know, full key plus support and everything, and see what kind of attack stat we would be at. Yep, so TURLES himself, the LR TURLES is good. The rest of the team, that's where the struggle is actually going to be, unfortunately. Let's do this. Let's go against the God Goku here. Let's see, who can we throw off here? Maybe we'll just throw like Cooler off. And let's do a Terrifying Conquer LRs. Who do we actually have that might even support us? I think Ginyu supports, but I think it's only for special pose. Yeah, definitely don't want to bring him. I mean, I guess I could bring like this Ginyu right here, because they are 30% attack and defense buff for all allies. I think these guys are the same, right? Extreme class allies, yeah, 30% attack and defense. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's just do this. We can run... Just run this guy's on the team. You know, that'd be fine. I'm glad that I have some, you know, some actual friends here. That is probably my last actual friend here. So, we'll do this run and then we'll maybe just kind of call from there. I do like what I see out of TURLES right now. But let's see if we can get, you know, just a little bit of a higher attack stat out of him. All right, so even right here, we have a full 6 out of 6 links active. We are fighting a Earthbred Fighter category unit. We're at 362k defense though, and I think it's because what do you actually do for us? So we are fighting a Goku family enemy. So extreme class allies get 3 key and 18% attack for the rest of battle. Okay, so this TURLES actually doesn't support us, so we may not even actually want him on the team, to be honest. 32.4 mil. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, the other TURLES is definitely the better route to go. But it's still crazy though. Like, as long as you get a 24, as long as you get 24 key, you could basically bust out like a 30 million attack stat with an additional around like 20 million. So that's actually really good. So the only thing is I'm not huge on like how this rotation ended up, just because both Ginyu and the AGL TURLES are on here. I would have preferred if they weren't, but you know, kind of is what it is. Are we dead here? Oh my god, we're probably close. We're probably like on our... Oh my god, yeah, we're like on our last breath here. Sheesh. Why am I not surprised though? Okay. So, actually, what does your active skill do? Greatly raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy. Okay. So, not really anything impressive out of them. So here's what we'll do. I guess we could see like how tanky is TURLES. This would probably be like, I guess this would probably be like the better rotation for him anyway. Yeah, we'll probably just do this. We'll just throw the physical TURLES off rotation. And then we'll get the AGL TURLES on rotation. We might be... Ooh, nice dodge. Yeah, so we're going to get the AGL TURLES on rotation, and then I'm going to throw Ginyu off rotation just so we can get him on the rotation as well. 34.8 mil. It's pretty good. Pretty good attack stats. I mean, they definitely did a very good job with his EZA. Now, the only thing is we're obviously seeing, you know, some of these nice attack boosts. And the only reason we're even seeing that is because we are fighting a Earthbred Fighter category enemy. Obviously, if we weren't doing that, then we're not getting the extra 50% attack if we're not fighting Earthbred Fighter category enemies. But the nice thing about this TURLES is he is a 50%, you know, support unit for Terrifying Conquerors or Planetary Destruction. So if you can find another LR TURLES team and you can run it on him, I mean, you probably won't actually get that high of attack stats, unfortunately, because you are going to be missing the extra, you know, 50% out of the leader skill. So you'll probably be hitting about the same because that 50%, you know, support that they're going to give you isn't really going to help much. No, I guess you technically you probably could. Oh, no, we don't want you to transform because then you don't support us anymore. That's really, really annoying. Yes. Super, super annoying. We can just pop this. The only thing this does is just give us a full 24 key, even though we didn't even need to do that. So the nice thing about this fight is this God Goku is immune to basically, he's got high damage reduction against anybody that isn't tech. So this is a pretty good like place to, you know, show off TURLES here. Yeah, I mean, we're going from almost like a 35 million attack stat into like a 20 million attack stat. And sometimes if we can get the hidden potential additional to kick in, we can get another like 20 million additional. Tanking well though. I would really like for this TURLES to go back into his like normal phase. Yeah, I kind of wish the TUR of the STR TURLES was a little bit better, because all he is a Terrifying Conqueror key 2, 20% attack and defense. Kind of wish he gave it just a little bit more though. I mean, realistically, he's like, he'd basically be like a fish in here anyway, but I'd rather him just, you know, be hanging out there floating. But I can't even run him here. He would get demolished here, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if my TURLES, if he actually like de-transforms. I don't think he does. I think he's like that for 2 turns. So it's a little unfortunate, but we won't have like the support from AGL TURLES if he's still transformed. We got this Frieza doing 22 million attack stats, 23 million. Kind of been building that Frieza up for a while now, huh? 24 million. I was gonna say, are you gonna do another one? Okay, so he is still transformed like that. So unfortunately, we're not getting the support here. Yeah. Yeah, there's no support for us here. So this is gonna be like just basically raw stats right here. Well, I don't want to say there's no support, because there is support, because we're still getting the support from Ginyu. So we're saying what, 395k, 395,000 defense. I'm guessing, I don't think the attack stat's gonna be that much higher. It'll probably still be like right around that 34 mil or so, is my guess. But you know what? Let's see. 37.4. Okay, so we managed to get even higher. And the problem is this was without actual support too. Because AGL TURLES is not actually giving us like the 50% attack buff on top of that. Which is a little unfortunate, man. Like, I really wish that we could have got that. But I mean, yeah, there you guys kind of go. There's our TURLES, I guess. So he is pretty good, I would say. Definitely a very, very hard hitter. And my only biggest gripe I would probably say that I have about him is if you're not running him on a Terrifying Conqueror or Planetary Destruction like team, he will probably maybe cost you a couple fights, because if he doesn't have like his 50% damage reduction, he can get hit very hard. And trust me, the last thing you want to do is get hit very hard, especially with these newer fights and stuff like that. We just ran like this older Goku fight just because he's so immune to like everybody in like the God phase that this is like a perfect place to like show off units, stuff like that. But there you guys go. There's kind of like what TURLES gets you, is just a loss. But all right. Yeah, I'd say TURLES is looking pretty good. Definitely much better post EZA. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with like, you know, with the worldwide celebration, what units are gonna be getting buffed, what LRs are coming and stuff like that, and you know, hopefully Terrifying Conquerors or Planetary Destruction can actually have a place in the game again, and this TURLES will actually have a pretty good spot there with him being a support unit for him. So let me know down in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are on LR Team TURLES post EZA. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.